All right, let's get the ad going, and I'm realizing I left some things upstairs. Whoops. There we go. All right, all right. Back in case. Okay. All right. Well, I'm back. Let's see if I've got this working. Here's hoping. Back in case. All right, sound check seems to be okay. Hi. Of course, this moment's the subscriber only moment because I believe I have an ad running. And I'm chewing on microphone, aren't I? Oops. Yep. Totally chewing on microphone. Sorry about that. In my defense, it's chocolate sent from France by a friend of mine, so totally worth chewing on microphone. In fact, I might be chewing it on microphone simply for the sake of bragging about it. I do not believe in a humble brag. Okay. Here we go. Hello, 1001 Games Live. How are you today? That is a very cute emoji. Let's not watch the intro. Okay. So, we are going to be playing what is possibly the final quest line of Aribeth's Redemption 3. It's been quite a substantial length of a module. Quite a bit longer than part 1 and 2 combined. I know, right? Nice. I'm thinking, depending on the length of this quest, we might be done in 2 days or so. And then I will have to temporarily retire the Pantsless Paladin. That'll be a strange feeling. I'll have to play someone else. Goodness. Well, that does tend to happen. So let's see, where did I leave off? I think I reported in. And yep. When all of our other quests have been completed, we should seek out the Priest of Corlon Lorethian in the Elvish section of Silvery Moon. We can't do much about rescuing Mora yet, and the Mirror of Soon, as well as the other artifacts that turned up in the other quests, are still gone. As for Aribeth's honor, she has, I believe, gotten 4 of 5 sections, so there's only one left. Unfortunately, I teleported here from God knows where. So
I'm sorry. Whoops. It can't be done.
So I'm gonna have to walk back to Silvery Moon the long way. Either the long way from here or the long way from somewhere else. Either way. Oh, I just closed the door on myself. It's always kind of a comedic when that happens. Alright. Now let's see if the guy with the very long name has any more money in his coffers. I'm thinking no, but we never know. Nope, see? I've milked him for all he's worth. The short way is better? Yes. Yes, that is the name. Fright and Tight Anvil, I think. My guess is it's a pun, because the module author's pretty fond of dad jokes. But yeah, that's the name. So, anything here I want to buy? Not really. I mean, if I wanted to use Finger of Death and Flesh to Stone once per day. But, I don't know. Not really my style. Lots of books I've sent, but no bags. I would buy bags of holding if he sold them. I've got my 10 heal potions. I think that should be enough for now. Okay, I think we're okay. I know what I want to do with my money, actually. Want to see something cool? I'm not sure if I showed you this last time. My Blessings of the Daystar. Hello, RGB. How are you? I'm currently bragging about my sword. See, this is the Blessing of the Daystar, which already started out pretty good, but I have taken it to a forge and made it even better. So this is what it looks like now. It has a damage bonus versus evil of a 1d6 damage for fire, so I think that's mostly for color sake. Undead bonus versus undead plus 5. The enhancement bonus in general is plus 12. I don't think they stack, but I don't think it matters when it's a plus 12. Haste, Holy Avenger, Keen, and Regeneration plus 1. That last is just there for color. Yeah, so I can hit things with a sword pretty fucking well. Let me tell you that. I still die in a lot of battles because I'm terrible, but it's nice to be terrible with a nice sword. So, I think I go straight ahead. Mm-hmm. Hi, Hal. How are you? I'm on a little later today than I usually am, but, you know, sometimes that's how it goes. So let's see, which way is Silvery Moon? This way? This way has a way to go, so I'm assuming yes. I forgot how to get there the long way because I kept teleporting. I'm doing good. Doing good. Hopefully you both are doing good too. All three of you. And actually, I should shout folks out, shouldn't I? Well, hail RGB and 1001. You are all pretty cool people. Those of you who stream should definitely follow each other because everyone's lots of fun. Let me see if I can get the names right. Okay. Yep, so first shout-out's going to 1001 Games Live, who last I saw was playing, I think, Dark Souls, was it? Which seemed pretty fun. I also recommend following Retro Gaming Backlog, who plays quite a lot of retro games. I think the last time I watched you, were you playing Prince of Persia or were you playing Zelda? Can't remember, but I always like watching you play anyway, even if I can't remember anything worth shit. And hell, I don't think you stream yet, but you said you were gonna start soon, right? I think Plunge has been pushing it. Majora's Mask, I knew it was a Zelda. I can't tell them apart, except for the first one. I know what the first one looks like, because I played the first one a little bit. Not well. And not to any kind of completion, but there you go. Alright, where the hell am I? Oh, right. Yes, I was going here. We'll see, we'll see. Well, definitely let us know when you start, because that'll be fun. I think you'd be really good at it. Oh yeah, I dropped all these. Oh, why did I drop the shield? I shouldn't have dropped the shield. The shield doesn't need to be dropped. The shield needs to be sold somewhere. Oh well. I think I probably dropped it when I meant to drop something else. Alright, so why are we here? We are here to see if we can make Aribeth's weapon stronger. +1 enchantment, please. Now, O powerful Moradin and valiant Coralon the Rethian, I pray ye add to the virtue of this item, that it may be the scourge of both your enemies and for your righteousness' sake. I like the skeleton sword. I want one of those. Alright, let's do one more. Okay. I won't be able to afford upgrading mine anymore, but let's upgrade hers. Look at that sword. That is a sword. There are so many dirty jokes we could make about that sword. I mean, it's a skeleton, so that's hard. But my National Novel Writing Month story involved a romance with a skeleton, so it's doable. Alright, thank you, Merrick. May the blessings of Moradin go with you, Lord. And please, pray for me in my labors for him. Okay. Oh, I can probably do my other shout-out. Woo! Everyone follow RGB as well, because they are cool. Everyone follow everybody, really, because everyone is cool. I know you were playing Dark Souls. I couldn't remember if you were playing Prince of Persia or if RGB was. Sorry about that. But I do remember Dark Souls. Dark Souls always looked fun and very hard. I've got it for my Switch, but I haven't really played it. But yeah, I knew you were playing Dark Souls. Don't get me wrong. I knew that part. Goodness. Give me some credit. Yeesh. I'm offended now. Offended. No, not really. Alright, so let's go talk to the priest of Coralon Lorethian and see what we are doing today. This is a swanky temple. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these trees. That's a good plan. Meeting things is usually good. Now this is a swanky temple. Much better than the other temples, let's be honest, but it is Silvery Moon. So let's talk to Glenduil Tyranalana. And I do appreciate that he's got Fenthic's old face. Before they changed all the portraits in Neverwinter Night because they were violating some portrait copyright or picture copyright, this was what Fenthic used to look like. Alright, here we go. Hyrus Anadriel of the nearby Temple of Ilmater informed us that you have some information on the threat from the north. Ah yes, Sir Stephen. She informed me that you would be coming to see me about this matter. I assume that all of your other business here in Silvery Moon has been transacted? Regretfully, the countering of this threat will require travel, and there is no certainty that you will be returning to this area. I understand. My lady and I will ensure we have no further concerns here, and that we have made all the transactions ere we leave. Yep. Yeah. Uh-oh. Those sound effects. It's okay. I don't do this enough that the stream sound bothers me. But yeah, the module makers still keep the copyrighted portraits, I think. And I think there's one of Leonard Nimoy that's still in the game. It's just not in the original character's face. So I believe this portrait was taken from a picture of Joseph Fiennes. I think circa Shakespeare in Love. If I remember the picture someone showed me, and it does look like it. So there you go. All right. So we have made all transactions that I'm aware of. Excellent. A close friend of mine is awaiting you in the rectory of this temple, immediately south of here, through the door to my right as I face you from the altar. Please see her, and may the blessings of Coralon Lorethian go with you. So to his right would be my left, I think. Right? Fuck. I am embarrassingly bad with lefts and rights. I am 40 years old, and I'm embarrassingly bad with left and rights. You'd think after 35 years of learning it. Anyway, very well. We will seek your contact in the house immediately south of here. I also thought south was this way, but okay. Fine. Whatever. We'll go west and then south. I think. Fuck if I know. Alright. Okay, so I am here. Okay, I am facing south though. Oh, that's peculiar. Oh well, my compass is confused. I'm confused. We're all confused. It's fine. This is probably the rectory though. What do I have against north and east? They know what they did. Oh, it's Linu! I remember Linu. Are they beneath me? That's a good one. I like that joke. 1001 Games Live. I like that joke. So let's talk to Linu. I remember Linu.
It is good to see you again.
Stephen Lioness, I cannot say how glad I am to see you again at last, dear. It has been many months since your wedding, and we scarcely spoke then. Lady Aribeth, I'm also delighted to see you. I trust that married life agrees with you both. You certainly look hale. Linu, so you're the mysterious acquaintance of Glenduil's. Linu, I rejoice to see you again. Aribeth and Linu embrace after the manner of Evereskin elven women. I wonder what embrace that is. Probably not as kinky as I'm imagining. I'm just saying. Linu, I'm surprised to see you here all the way out here. I thought you were helping head the provisional government in Luskan. Ah, yes. Well, really, Stephen, I would have thought you would know that I am hardly made of the stuff of a dictatorship, even a benevolent one. I helped as much I could, but eventually had to admit that I was misplaced. I was just on the verge of resigning and returning to Neverwinter when Darine Fetian, the diplomat, arrived asking for help. She was seeking aid for a small resistance force near the northwest end of the Ice Mountains. She had made contact with them while investigating a necromancer who she believes poses a threat to the Alliance from the north. They are familiar with his abilities and weapons, in addition to the terrain. I volunteered to travel to their encampment and was on my way there when I arrived here for your wedding, which was a few months ago, as I recall she just said. The leader seemed nervous around a Neverwinter priestess and generally avoided me, but he allowed me to put in a chapel in his headquarters and set up a diapath receptor nearby. I sent word to Ambassador Fetian and traveled here to seek help for the fighters. I'd intended to send a detachment from the Silvery Moon militia, but the resistance leader insisted on only an agent or two. He preferred an individual agent to reinforcements. He indicated that he's still scouting out the enemy and does not want to give his position away by increasing the force there, at least not just yet. I came here on behalf of the resistance force seeking such an agent, not knowing that you would still be in the area and available, though I admit that I had my hopes. You have proven singularly effective against such agents of evil as this necromancer. Since my arrival, I've been staying here on the grounds of the Temple of Coralon Lorethian, keeping close contact with my friend Glendwyll, who has similarly been in touch with the Hyris and Adriel. She, in turn, has been continually apprised by you of your exploits. We have waited for you to finish your business here. If you come with me, you will not return to Silvery Moon. Not returning to Silvery Moon? No, Stephen. In order to install the teleport diepath, I had to agree that it would only work one way, and that only once. That I would return with the only key once I had found a willing agent to assist the resistance force. If you are willing to come along, you will need to make sure that you have completed all your business here. I have some questions first. Yes, Stephen dear. Please ask whatever questions you have. I will answer them as best I can. So, who's this necromancer? We are not sure of his name. He is thought to be a renegade drow, though. This is disputed. We do know that he is very skilled and has been experimenting with unusual and apparently powerful undead. The resistance fighters have had some run-ins with them and found the fighting difficult, though the men seemed unharmed to me. Skill of this sort does not come to a magic user overnight. It is clear that this enemy has been honing his skills for some time. It is said that he occupies a long-abandoned graveyard of a departed race on the north side of the Ice Mountains, on the shores of the Endless Ice Sea. He developed his forces using the preserved remains of this ancient people. That's kind of gross. It is not known what his intentions are, though they evidently involve conquest. It appears that he was responsible for the attack on Kelb that distracted the Tyrans and Tormites from the series of attacks on the temples that you thankfully put so vehement a stop to. He would seem to have been in contact with the demons, devils, and dragons in order to coordinate this attack, though how this was accomplished is unknown. Endless I see. It might, Batshine, I don't know. I have not seen a map of Toro, so I don't know if the Endless I see is a thing that exists. Probably. I feel like it probably is, but you never know. Perhaps we can answer the question during our reconnaissance. Perhaps so. There may be a connection with the drow that have supplied magic aids to the forces you have fought so far. Our contacts in the resistance force are of the opinion that the necromancer came into possession of a relic of Ilmater. He may have passed it on to the drow as well. We'll find out what we can.
Would you like something else?
Can you tell us of the resistance force? It is headed by a man, Captain Eknor Mendoza by the name. He seems capable, if a bit closed-mouthed. As I say, he has generally avoided me, though he seems genuinely appreciative of the help that I decided to bring. They are small forces, 2 elves, I think, though one may be a half-elf. A man, a dwarf, a gnome, and I believe a half-orc was mentioned, though I have never met him. I treat him mostly with one of the elves. They are irregularly attired and seem quite pale after so long in the sunlessness of their hideout and cold of the so far north. As they all seem to be, to me, desirous of protecting their privacy, I have not probed them either by divine magics or long questioning. I have been quite busy enough preparing for your arrival, and for that of Doreen. It is a bold claim, Batshine, but it might be metaphoric, like Neverwinter nights. Doreen Fedian is here as well. Aye, dear. She rather insisted on visiting the encampment to see for herself how the resistance force fared. She had heretofore been in contact with them only through agents, including me. She is there now, awaiting our arrival. You should seek her out once we are there. I like her dress.
Would you like something else?
Where are we to go? When you're ready, meet me in the basement through the doorway behind me. I will take you to the portal that will bring us to the Resistance Forces redoubt. And this will be in the far north. Oh, that was the fucking, Yes, that's true. There is a module called Infinite Dungeons. I think it is quite finite, though. But there are many ways to customize it, so perhaps it does count. They are located in the ice mountains, high up in the secluded valley. From there, they are able to strike at the necromancer's forces on the far slopes. Doreen will meet you there, while I head to the chapel I have set up in the leader's headquarters building.
Would you like something else?
I think I've done all the business I can do, really. I could probably sell some shit still, but I think I've got most of what I've got here is stuff I'd like to keep. Except maybe this, but I'm gonna keep it anyway. I'll just shove it into bag of holding if I have one that's got space. Ah, this one has space. This is the last time I'll have an excuse to hum that song. There we are. I'm ready to come with you, Linu. Then meet me in the basement of this house. All right. Does the journal say anything enlightening? It turns out that the mysterious contact regarding this matter is none other than Linu Linorel, who is seeking 1 or 2 agents to assist a small resistance force in the far north who are facing a powerful necromancer. Once this journey is undertaken, it will be impossible to return to Silvery Moon or its environs. Any remaining activities will need to be completed prior to seeking out Linu, who is to be found in the basement of the rectory of the Temple of Coralon Lorethian in the far southwest corner of this part of Silvery Moon. Alright, well, nothing new there. So, we get to find a basement. This is not a basement. It does, however, have some chests. Let's borrow things from the rectory. Nah, no real point in stealing an Alexandrite. Hello.
For Neverwinter! Oh! There, that should help.
Okay, I suppose it did. Well, I didn't do it, so I guess I'm not taking the chaotic points for that. We'll borrow the money, though. Actually, let's see what her flail looks like now that we've boosted it up a few. Oh, it's enhancement bonus +8 now. Holy Avenger and Keen with immunity mind affecting spells, which is nice. I admit I do quite like that. So, the last time I was in a room like this, I went downstairs and got conked over the head. And then I got severely traumatized. It was quite fun. Because that was a what the fuck plotline, I have to say.
An end to this evil!
This is kind of entertaining.
By
Evil chest. I think it's probably not going to be killable, so you can follow me.
I can do that.
Does it need a key?
An end by the hells! There, that should help.
Yes, dear, I think it did. I think Aribeth has some unresolved anger issues. Whoa. Okay. Never mind, that was kind of worth it. I mean, to be fair, her unresolved anger issues were pretty much the whole reason for the last part of the main campaign, so there you go. There you go. Steven still kind of has some trauma to get over from that one quest, but he'll be fine, I guess. There must be therapists somewhere in Faerun. There was some mention of it, actually, when that bureaucrat killed the dragon in the one quest. There was an awesome bureaucrat. I was quite impressed. Alright. Right. Well, this time we probably won't get bashed on the head, sold into slavery, sold to an undercover agent who convinces me that he's raping my wife off screen, and then it turns out to be a masquerade. So only I get traumatized. I'm sure that won't happen again. Oh, there's a portal. Nice. There's Linu. Is there anything else in the room? There is an armoire. Who keeps an armoire in the basement? Well, I guess it's a good place for a potion of war, I guess. Paste and a diamond. One never regrets a diamond. Now we must say goodbye to Silvery Moon. It was a nice place. I can't complain. I've spent like God knows how many prior parts to this module here. Hello, Linu.
Welcome back. It's so good to see you again, dear. I trust things have been going well. I've been praying to Sehanine to watch over you.
All is prepared here for you to make the journey to the north. Remember, though, I will have to take from you the Stone of Recall. You will not be able to return to this area once we leave. Are you ready to go? I am ready to go.
Then may Sehanine guide my hand.
Ooh, autosave. Setnine's doing something. And now we are cold. Oh wow, that guy has impressive hair. And it's kind of red and glowy. Do we think he's evil, or just really good looking? Hold, men. Lower your weapons. I see that the elven cleric has returned and seems to have brought our help. This pale warrior bears a determined look and an aura of command. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Greetings, priestess, and welcome back. I see that you've brought the promised agents. You appear to have done well. These two would seem more than capable. Captain, may I present Sir Stephen Lioness and Lady Aribeth, his wife. Sir Stephen has earned undying renown by rescuing Neverwinter from a horrible ancient enemy. The lady, of course, is famous throughout the north for her valor and kindness. You could not find better help. A renowned lord and a famous lady, eh? We will not have some retinue following, will we, Elf? You swore not to bring more than an agent or two. You have not broken faith, have you? Captain, the lady and I are quite alone. I certainly have not broken faith, Captain Mendoza. Here's the recalled stone, and there is no other. These two should be more than able to assist you, as you have requested. I will not request a larger force until you make clear that such is your need and desire. Or have you not already consulted with Ambassador Fetian? Continue. Forgive me, priestess. I'm a soldier, not a diplomat. I take the welfare of my men with utmost seriousness, forgetting, sometimes, even my manners with outsiders. You have been of great assistance and deserve better of me. I thank you for all this, and your other kindnesses. I've spoken to the ambassador, and I'm glad for her help as well. Good. Then I will take my leave of you for the nonce. Stephen, please find me at the captain's headquarters once you've had a chance to make his acquaintance, and pay a visit to Darine Fetian at the Sloshed Goblet. Farewell for now. Farewell, Linu, and thank you. So you're a paladin, eh? I could use such a one. But let me introduce myself. I am Captain Eknor Mendoza. I have fought to defend these mountains and this village from countless foes for more years than I care to remember. My men have served with me nearly as long. We currently match weapons with an enemy the like of which this place has not encountered before. We have spied out his ways, but need your aid to penetrate his outer defenses. I'm good at penetration, and approach his lair directly. While we are not without ability, I deem our numbers too few, and our possible restraints too great to permit us to complete our reconnaissance without outside help. Hence our presence here. Aye, and now that we can be sure of the safety of this cave, and of your aid, we will take our leave of you for now. I will meet you outside near the barracks. Your diplomat friend you will find in the Sloshed Goblet. I regret that our little village is currently deserted. It was not always so, but our people had to be removed for their own safety until this foe can be defeated. Farewell then, Captain. We will meet you near the barracks after we have consulted with the ambassador at the Sloshed Goblet. What a name. The Sloshed Goblet. I quite like it. There are a lot of folks that were here that are not anymore. Okay. Well, what do we think? Aribeth, do you have anything to say?
Yes? What is it?
Let's stop and talk a moment.
As you wish.
All right. That's fine.
Is there something else I can help you with?
Never mind. Let's be romantic. Let's be romantic with my wife.
What is it?
Take my wife in my arms and I kiss her. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Well then. We now go this way.
Excuse me, but before we go any further...
Yes, Aribeth. Aribeth looks at you with a quizzical expression. What think you of these folks, my lord? They seem an oddly matched band, do they not? No more so than many a party of adventurers I've known of. True enough. This seems more the sort of mercenary band that used to offer themselves for hire to the wardens of Neverwinter. I disapproved this use of city funds for the hire of many such. Yet, there were times and circumstances that dictated otherwise. You may recall that jackanape of a blood sailor you encountered. He was at times one such. And so was I, you may recall. That's true. I suppose by a manner of speaking. Though I think I was always quite special. Lady Aribeth looks thoughtful. She gazes into your eyes a long time. Tears seem to bid her way forward, only to be repeatedly restrained by some inner strength of reserve in the lady's character. Can that have been in this lifetime, my love? I know that such things happened, that I was once called on to hire such heroes and others that might aid the city. And I came, lady. I pitied your sadness and drew strength from your sense of duty. Little did I think how matters would resolve themselves. She draws your body to hers and kisses you long and deeply. Well, who could have known what the one whom the gods themselves serve had in store? And that's not a thing, but okay, let's move it aside. I promised I'd stop bitching about that. Because the author even talks about it in one of the readmes, so it's not like, might as well. Alright, how could I imagine then what foul magics would work their way into my psyche? I, who thought myself strong, who looked to another life, another love. How could I have imagined how wrong I was about everything? Well, surely not everything, my love. She buries her lips in yours. That is a bit of imagery that I'm not sure... Okay, anyway, I'm going to stop nitpicking. She presses against you. She whispers passionately, "There's a tent yonder, my love. Mightn't we avail ourselves of such comfort as it affords?" My character is 19 years old and horny, so we're going to go. So while these are all both very valid points, we are not going to choose those points. Mightn't we indeed? Fade to black. All right. The time passes all too sweetly. You and Aribeth, lawfully wed, share in the delights reserved for such an estate. I'm pretty sure I could take part in premarital sex if I really wanted to. You emerge, joy shining in the lady's eyes. Time and energy well spent, my love. So, your thoughts about our current adventure? I nearly forgot what we had been discussing. How long did you take in there, boy? At the behest of the Hieress and our old friend Linu, we have volunteered to leave Silvery Moon permanently in order to aid the Lord's Alliance by investigating this necromancer. A small and oddly assorted band of mostly fighters, by the look of them, has accepted our offer of assistance. I am curious about your impressions. I still can't think straight. The leader seems inordinately cautious. Aye, I thought so at first as well, yet I can understand that prolonged warfare in secret should breed caution. He seems not too trusting of any outsider, and I suspect that it required a level of confidence before that, to which he has no doubt become accustomed for him to send Lena in our direction. From his standpoint, no doubt, he's been positively reckless. And when you state it thus, his actions do seem reasonable. You're unsure? I cannot place my finger on what precisely concerns me. Perhaps it will be best to talk to Ambassador Fetian. Very well, let us find the sloshed goblet. I would assume that it is a tavern. It's odd to think of such a thing in the wilds. Still, the captain mentioned a village. Perhaps one lies on the other side of the exit from this cave. Then let us find it. These are nice tents. I wonder which one's the one we banged in. Probably that one. Never gonna turn down a chance to bang the wife, I guess. I have to roleplay. Alright. Well, I'd like to think they're all like, what the fuck is taking them so long? Mendoza's outpost. Alright. Well, it is snowy and I'm not wearing any pants, so let's see if we can find some shelter, yeah? There's some barracks. Oh, why am I up here? I don't know. Alright, this is Captain Mendoza's headquarters. I'll be going here soon. Let's get the lay of the land before I make some trips. I am walking in water while not wearing any pants. I am surely oh shit. Okay, hate it, she stopped me. Aribeth takes you by the arm, restraining you. My lord, our errand lies not in this direction, at least not at this time. Come, let us go the other way. Very well. Alright. I'm getting the lay of the land, Aribeth. I do this. This is my shtick. I do not like blank spots on my map. I thought you knew this. Alright. Yes, we will undoubtedly go there pretty soon, as it is the headquarters. Actually, maybe I should go up here first. Let's go around. Get up there. Oh no, I can't really get over here there, can I? Nope. Alright. It's all dark and creepifying up here. I wonder... Oh, there's a cave. What's in the cave? Oh. Well, that's where I just came out. I'm an idiot. That's what's in the cave. Alright. Just me being dumb. Alright. Dipshit of a player. That's what's in the cave. Alright. That's probably the slush goblet over there. Well, this seems like a fairly nice outpost. Certainly can't complain. I wonder if I'll have an opportunity to go to the barracks after. Should I talk to the ambassador first, or poke my nose by the barracks? Probably I will talk to the ambassador first. Oh wait, no dragons. I should rename that. That's very distracting. And I'm really glad you can't see the rest of my screen, because no one needs to know what dirty fanfics I was reading like 2 minutes ago before starting the stream. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna resave because the dragon's line is misleading. Let's hope the shrinkage is not permanent, yeah? Alright, let's see. The slosh goblet. Oh, it's not the usual tavern fare. Well, doesn't look like the usual kind of tavern. It's very empty. Doreen Fettian is here. Let's talk to her. My greetings once again, Sir Stephen, Lady Aribeth. I rejoice in the knowledge that you were successful against the foes under the Ilmatari Monastery, and have since bested devil, demon, and dragon. Here I may hope that your record of unbroken success will remain so. Greetings to you, Ambassador. We hope to be of help. The leaders of the several Alliance cities have found themselves increasingly concerned about this necromancer. Since his assault on the town of Kalb and his attack on the Temple of Helm, our interest has increased tenfold. I sent scouts this direction some time ago. They encountered the captain and his men, who took some convincing to accept our aid. I then dispatched your friend, the cleric of Sehanine, who has gained their trust and provided a wealth of information on their needs, policies, and devices. She communicated to them our offer of manpower to assist in their struggle. However, the leader indicated his preference to remain in hiding for now, which advantage would be lost with the addition of a large force in the area. Instead, he requested that a very few agents be sent for to assist in assessing the strengths and weaknesses of this enemy. I am most pleased, however not terribly surprised, to see that she was able to recruit the two of you for the job. I assume that you've met the captain, and so know that he is not a man of many words. You and he must have had a most interesting conversation. We've reached an understanding. I have taken this place as my headquarters. It had long been vacated, yet is in good repair. I was able to bring some supplies from Mirabar using magic bags. As will likely not surprise you, they are Alliance property and cannot be given. However, the fee charged will be nominal. Okay, we got a store. Is there any help I can give? I have questions. What would you like to know? What do you know of this necromancer? He's both skilled and powerful. Few there are that could call up so sizable an army as that which assaulted Kelb, and then spent its entire might on a feint, sending only a small force of the more powerful specimens to attack this Temple of Helm. Yeah, I am not able to talk today. If the captain is to be believed, he has retained an even more terrible force here in the north, a force that he intends to unleash. When? We do not know what his plans are, nor when he intends to put them into effect. We know that the power he represents is a threat, and that he is willing to bring war on the innocent. He has sought to ally with some power here in the mountains. We suspected his efforts connected with the dragons that you investigated, but you reported no link. It was the same power that threatened the Ilmatari Monastery, though the incidents were oddly unrelated. Yes, your description of that power. I've been in contact with Sir Aaron. Was of an independent evil, equally at war with all others. I do not think that this thing is of the sort that would treat with this necromancer. Indeed, it would just as likely want his destruction as much as we do. We therefore do not know what power he was in contact with. It's my hope that in the course of scouting out his dominions, you will ascertain this for us. Well, we will bring such information as we find to you here. Is there any other help I can give? More questions. How fare things with the Lord's Alliance? We bear the usual burdens of those who would grant to others the blessings of peace and normality. We are threatened from all sides by the envious, the blasphemous, the ambitious, the spiteful, the seekers of power, and the merely hungry who would devour those they consider food. As ever, vigilance is the price of liberty, and armed might the guarantor of peace. The wounds caused by the recent war and plague in Neverwinter have begun to heal, as I had rather hoped when I spoke with you after the trial. The leaders of the Aluskan army were tried, and only a small number executed. These were shown to have murdered non-combatants without specific instruction from Morag. Others were found guilty only of the same madness of domination as the lady, and were spared. The orcs have marched home, having vowed never again to carry arms against the Alliance. We know, of course, what value truly attaches to such words among such folk, and so sent army detachments to oversee the disarmament. Well, that's racist, but also probably the smart thing to do. And there was the fact that a number of powerful leaders were killed in battle. It is far more likely that they will fight one another than that they will take up arms against us anytime soon. Continue. Luskan has come to some sort of order. The damage done to the Arcane Host Tower was massive, and the power of the mages has greatly dissipated as a result. All 5 of the old captains are dead, and so a new start has been truly possible. The provisional government is still operating under military order, but there's hope of a local leadership stepping forward to assume the reins of power in not a few years. We are hopeful of another alliance member in the not-too-distant future. However, the Arcane Brotherhood may wreck this possibility. Of the membership of Morag's army, only the dragons were unaccounted for until recently. You know of the attack on Neverwinter, and how Lady Sharwin spearheaded the defenses. I've not before seen such flawless coordination between army, church, and mage society. The lady is truly a wonder. But once again, I thank you two for your efforts in seeking out and putting an end to the draconic threat. The mountain should be a safer place for many a year as the dragons return to their solitary haunts, and the various other tribes return to warring on each other. You're quite welcome. Indeed, it is largely because of this decrease in immediate threats from that quarter that I have looked to this distant and desolate place. I but see on your face, lady, a grave look. Have my words caused pain? Only such as should be expected given the subject matter. I rejoice to hear that my old city is safer, and that the Alliance is having to look far afield to find a major threat. Still, I cannot contemplate the war on Neverwinter without pain. Ever since waking from Morag's madness, I have considered my life forfeit, given over only to the service of those whom I betrayed. Our state of relative peace, lady, is due in no small part to your valor. You staved off a serious threat from the dungeons beneath the Ilmatari Monastery that may well have brought war back to the city's very doorstep. Do not forget that the enemy threatened to bring Morag back from the dead. How much further damage might have been done had you not acted as you did? I maybe need a little more caffeine, don't I? That's okay. Waterdeep was truly in dire danger of invasion. An archdevil coming to this plane is a terrifying prospect. The dragons might have brought havoc to the entire alliance had them been able to fully organize, and of course the threat of demons and devils warring with the alliance's battleground is not pleasant to contemplate. You have come close to full redemption, at least as measured by the token you carry. Should this enemy be the threat we anticipate, and should you be instrumental in thwarting him, there's little doubt that the token will fill. I am authorized to fill it, and hope very much to do so. I rejoice to hear it. As measured by this token, by such deeds I would undertake in any case. Verily, blah, I am massacring this bit of dialogue. All right. As measured by this token, by such deeds as I would undertake in any case, verily am I near to full restoration, and for that I am glad. Yet, is there not a more opposite measure of redemption? Does not the heart still speak with this truer voice? Mine would still say guilty. Well, mine would speak otherwise, my love. The praise and honor of a worthy man is of greater value than I know, my husband, my light. Never would I count it naught, though I may wonder about the clarity with which it speaks. Still, as I have said before, the legal sovereign of those I betrayed pronounced his sentence, and I must accept it. And I will ever aid you. Come to me when the job is done, and I will fill the vial. You may then keep it as an heirloom of your house, and by it prove that you are in the good graces of the Alliance. Well, that's good. Is there any other help I can give? Let's see. What do you know of this captain? Little, I'm afraid. He is native to this place, though doubtless those who follow in his train are not. The accent of the orc marks him as a Luskanite. The half-elf, I would say, is Tetherin. The others are harder to place. He claims to have been an adventurer, and this is his band. Given his reticence, I would guess that piracy was involved at one time or another. The dwarf is clearly a seafarer, and I've heard my share of sailors' slang from more than one of them. They are a fairly richly dressed lot, though clearly it has been some time since they replenished their gear. I also suspect some darkness in the captain's past, as he speaks of the necromancer as one whose service he formerly gave his sword. The falling out has clearly been absolute, as has so oft been the case with such masters. He bears a deep hatred for the one he once served, or so it would appear to these practiced eyes. Is he trustworthy? The enemy of our enemy is not necessarily our friend, whatever wisdom old aphorisms may contain. We make common cause out of shared need. This may breed comradeship, and it may not. You will best be able to judge that as you travel with them. For my part, I would advise caution, but then I'm a diplomat, and not a woman of action. I have not had to depend on both wit and sword, but wit, my own mind, solely, and that usually with time for much sober reflection. Your experience may differ, but know that you have little option but to join him as companions. We must join with him? You have little choice in the matter, I'm afraid. He bade me find redoubtable agents who could aid him in investigating the necromancer. You two volunteered. You may wish to leave, though he may not take kindly to it, and our position here would be rendered fragile. And of course the possibility of the lady completing her remaining quest, the more remote. Are you threatening us? I am but laying out the facts. We need your help. Indeed, there are none others that I know of that bear your unique ability to aid as we require. Surely banding together with Captain Mendoza is not so difficult a thing. For my part, I think him honorable, whatever is past, and surely is not without skill. Very well, we shall join forces with him. Where should we find him? I suspect that he will find you. Is there any other help I can give? One more. What do you know of this place? We are on the northern slopes of the ice mountains, near the shores of the great ice sea. The waters are navigable this time of year, though the passage can be treacherous. The town here, well, I've not been told its name. There are many small independent towns about, where local conditions are relatively safe. This is likely one of them. You were transported here, and so may not know the land's hereabouts. They are surprisingly bereft of organized enemies. A small village might thrive here, for a time. This one appears to be old, albeit abandoned. It is not obvious how long it has been this way. The captain said that the people have been evacuated for their safety. It may be so, but I would deem that it was some time ago. The signs indicate that this village has been empty for some time, and that there are no indications of recent occupancy in any of the buildings. Only the gear of war that lie about this place seem to show signs of recent use. So you have suspicions? I am not sure that the captain has been the stout defender of kith and kin that he would like to seem, particularly to himself. If he speaks falsely, I doubt that it is for our benefit. War came near to this place once upon a time, though it did little damage to the structures hereabout. Might the captain have been involved? Might he have failed of his purpose? Or might he not have been fighting for the right side? Your thoughts? Shall stay but thoughts, Sir Stephen Lioness. I have heard nothing from the captain but honorable words. Perhaps the emptiness of this place plays tricks on my mind. I do not doubt that he harbors secrets, not all of them pleasant. But that does not make him less a friend now. Or would you speak of me? For you know the darkness of failure that haunts my regretted past. Would I similarly raise such suspicion from those who would proffer their help? My love, I think matters with you different. You speak justly, Lady Aribeth. I should not cast unwarranted aspersions on the captain's character, based on little but an empty village and gear of war. But you will no doubt make up your own mind about him as you travel together. Alright, so let's make a purchase. Let's see what she's got. Looks to be pretty standard fare. Oh, bag of holding. I've never turned down a bag of holding. Whoa. Those are nice. Don't have enough money for any of them, but they're nice. Heal potions are always good. Weapons. Not going to match what I got. Oh my. Now that's quite nice. So let's see. This is +5. Okay. Well, I guess it's not too much better than what I've got. And there are some advantages to keeping what I've got. So, alright. Something to keep an eye out, though. Alright, so there are chairs around here. I'm not seeing anything to loot, which is probably for the best. Let's wander around. I will be right back. I think I am going to go get a drink. Yes. The bag of holding is always first. Always first. Yep. You are correct, Batshine. Sometimes it's does it have a bag of holding and can I afford it? Now what can I spend on other things? Well, that's what happens when you have a limited... You've only got 6 sheets of inventory, so even if you've got a lot of strength, you still need the carrying space, right? It reminds me a bit of Ultima 6, the way the inventory worked there, where you had like one sheet of inventory, but because of strength, the very first thing you wanted to steal or obtain were containers. Any kind of bag, any kind of box. You just keep all those, and then you keep everything in the boxes. Because they were each additional sheets of inventory. Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to see about getting a drink. But I should not be long. Hello again. Alright, so I'm quite happy about the bag of holding though, as I said. As you said too. Alright, where am I going? I am probably gonna... Oh, goodness sake, now? 1 second. Let me know if you can still hear me properly, okay? Because I think this thing just decided to be weird. Really? This is not what's supposed to happen. Come on.
Okay.
Oof, that was loud. Okay, apparently my USB hub may have decided that it was going to pull apart and die on me. That's okay, it was like incredibly cheap. So, I'll just have to make sure I replace it. Can you hear me okay, though? I'm a little concerned about that. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save and reboot the game, because sometimes it decides to be a little cranky when I do this. All right. Because, yep, it is now talking through my desktop. That's not quite what I wanted to do. Okay. Weird. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know. At least the mouse is working. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Stop it. Irritating. Alright, gonna reload. Hopefully. Hello, game. Are you gonna load? Great. My game has decided to be a dick on me. Why are you doing this? There we go. Let's close that out and reopen. Because it's decided it wants to be a fucking asshole. Okay. What the hell? Come on. Run. Yeah, fine. Okay, so my game has decided it doesn't want to load at all, which may mean I need to reboot my computer. That's really fucking annoying. Why are you not working for me? Alright, let's try a few other things before I give up in despair. Sorry for the blank screen. My game does not want to play today. Alright, I think I'm going to have to reboot my computer. I thought about threatening it with violence, but I think I'm going to go the whole reboot method, really. I really don't want to. I really just want to play. I don't want to disrupt my stream, but if it's not loading, it's not loading. So, I don't know why it's not loading. It is annoying the shit out of me, though. It's not like I closed out of it the wrong way. I closed out of it the proper way. You saw me do it. Alright, well, I'm going to temporarily stop. I'm going to reboot my computer. So, we'll see if this works. If this does not, I do apologize. And if you don't see me again, good night. But we're going to give this a shot. So, see ya.